You want to try and freestyle?
No, I'm very bad at it.
And it's Tuesday again, and we're podcasting again. And what's today's topic gonna be? And that's for you to tell me. And my friend that I podcast with, her name is Misty. Yeah, freestyle
that was
champion.
Really good, actually. I'm not, but now we're gonna end it on that.
Oh, I thought I was hitting the yay button.
I'm Misty.
And I'm Ike.
For the next 15 minutes,
We're going to debate pop culture.
my background's in music.
My background's in film.
I know the topics beforehand.
And I don't.
We check the internet for the facts.
And ruin it with opinions.
From pop rocks in your lunchbox.
To Happy Meal toys and swatch clocks. There it is. What do you want to talk about today?
Okay. You can go ahead and start the clock.
Oh, yeah, I always forget about it.
Yeah.
You have one job.
You have one job. Set the clock.
I always forget it. Meow.
Okay. So the other night I was at home and I think that I've reached the end of the internet on TV.
Yeah.
Like at the end of streaming. I thought. Until I ran into this documentary. It's called Class Action Park.
Oh, my goodness.
And it was on HBO.
Yes.
And it is about this amusement park called Action Park that was located in Vernon, New Jersey. And it was super popular with all the locals and had the absolute poorest safety record of like any amusement park ever.
Yeah. And what's his name? Johnny Knoxville made a movie about it.
Okay.
That spoofs it. I'll get you the name
Oh,
of it in a
I didn't
second.
know about that. So I want to talk about amusement parks today. I mean, obviously I want to talk about this one, but I want to talk about other amusement parks too.
It was called Action Point.
Action Point.
And it
which makes
spoofs
sense.
that documentary and the real thing. We should tell them about that documentary though, because that's a real place.
It's a real. Well, it's closed now. But it opened.
They got sued like crazy.
It opened in 1978.
Yeah.
And there was this guy Eugene Mulvihill, and so the first half of it talks all about, like, it talks to former guests and employees that they talk about how dangerous the rides were.
Yeah.
There was something called Cannonball Loop. And there was another one, the wave pool that was there, which is weird to me because where I come from, we have Worlds of Fun and Oceans of Fun, and they're two separate amusement parks so that you keep your water away from your mechanical.
Oh, yeah.
Well, this place did not do that. They had a wave pool that was nicknamed the Grave Pool because it was that dangerous.
Wow. Do you know how long it was open until?
I do not.
They didn't close it until 2016.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's nuts.
So that's
No. Sorry. This is Mountain Creek Water Park.
the second half of the film kind of talks about the dangers of Action Park, and it tells the story of like the first guy that died there. Which is really sad, actually.
It is sad. They closed it in 96, actually.
Okay, I was like, man, that doesn't sound right. Because, like,
Yeah.
I was in my head, what I was trying to do was compare their clothing in the movie. And I'm like, well, wait. Because, I mean, a lot of those interviews took place, like, now. So maybe 2016. It's super great. And I think that anybody that's super into amusement parks should watch it. Not because I want you to be scared of amusement parks, but it was really cool to me to watch it and to see, because when you think amusement park, you think the happiest place on earth.
Yeah. Disneyland.
You think like these
Six
wonderful
Flags,
places that you're laughing and having fun, and you think back to being a kid.
Busch Gardens.
And this shows the dark side of that.
Yeah.
So
Carowinds.
I totally like clung on to that. I was like, okay, this is awesome.
You know what would be really fun is if you watch Action Point. And then go, there's no way any of this is real. And then you watch the documentary after it, and it's like real.
And that's the thing. Watching it, you're just like, that can't be true.
Right. It's like when you were kids and you would find lumber laying around and you'd build a sketchy jump.
That's exactly what this place was.
Yeah. Imagine like charging people to go on your sketchy rides.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, man.
And you sit and you watch it and you're just like, it's not humanly possible that there isn't some standard or like some inspector that didn't come in and say, no, you can't, people can't get on that ride. They just can't.
Yeah.
But it didn't happen.
Nope.
It's so weird.
I'm trying to find pictures of Action Park. Because it's just, this, dude, They have a water slide with a loop in it. You
Yeah.
were just saying that a second ago.
Yeah.
And there's one water slide that drops you like higher than the high dive.
Uh-huh. Which drops you into the grave pool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Ugh.
Yeah.
These pictures are terrifying, dude.
Dude, when you see the documentary, it's even worse. Like, because people are actually talking about their experiences, and you're like, what the actual fuck?
So just from looking at these pictures, the park, it's probably a little safer than they depict in the Johnny Knoxville movie.
Probably just ever so slightly, but I wouldn't know. I haven't seen it, so.
Oh, treat yourself.
Oh, I will. I enjoy a good Johnny Knoxville.
What is
viewing.
your favorite amusement park or theme park?
Okay. I'm gonna preface this with something.
Okay.
I don't like roller coasters.
What?
I don't.
Dude, they're my favorite. It's the only thing that makes me stupid nervous, and then the minute I get locked in, I'm like, well, might as well relax.
That's how I am about horror movies. I love horror movies like that. They make me stupid nervous to watch them, and then I watch them, and I'm like, ah! And then it's over.
No, thank you.
But that's how I feel about roller coasters. Thank you.
We should have a day where if you come with me to a theme park and ride roller coasters, then
I've done it.
Well,
I will tell you, I'll do it.
Then I'll watch a scary movie.
Yeah, like I'll do it. A lot of years ago, I went on a New Year's trip with a friend, a couple of friends, and we went to Disney in Florida, and they got me on a couple of things. And I was like, okay, I hate this. Like the water rides, I'll ride the water rides. I'm fine with that. Like even the ones that have like big, like, it's not the like plunges.
Yeah.
For me, it's the loop-de-loops.
You can't hurt yourself on a water ride.
Yeah. Like I'll do water rides all day long. I just, the gravity and the force of roller coasters. I always, like if I get off of them, I have a massive headache when it's over with. And I don't know if it's from the stress of thinking about it or.
Yeah.
So, but that being said, I do love amusement parks. Like I'll go and like I will stand and I'll wait for my friends to get off the roller coasters. I would just rather not ride them with them.
Weird.
It's weird.
Then we're definitely going to amusement parks.
Like I love everything else about them. I love all of the stupid amusement park food, and I love all of the like stupid nostalgia like gift shops, and I love that it's a small world teacups.
Yeah.
And,
I've never been to Disneyland.
Okay. Disneyland is here and Disney World is there in Florida.
Yes.
Okay. I have been to both.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite part about Disneyland here, of course, is at Halloween when they open up the Haunted Mansion.
Oh, yeah.
I super love the Haunted Mansion, and I like that ride a lot.
I think that the greatest amusement park in the country that I have been to, and I have been to many.
Mm-hmm. I see you as a connoisseur.
Oh, it was going back to the spring break episode. Mm-hmm. Some of my spring breaks were spent at amusement parks.
I can see that.
I prefer Busch Gardens in Virginia, Williamsburg, Virginia.
Okay. What about it makes it the greatest?
It's it has the Big Bad Wolf, which is an underslung, which they have one at
What's an underslung?
The track is above you and you like swing out like this. Now they have ones where like that you can strap in and your body there's nothing below you and you fly like Superman. Mm-hmm. Those are a little sketchy for me, but I remember seeing that they have like river boats, and it's owned by Anheuser-Busch, and you can take a beer tour and
that's fun.
Go on roller coasters.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and in 1 year they just stopped like using one of my favorite roller coasters, and I was like, "What's going on with that?" They're like, "Oh, we sold it," and I was like, "You can sell a roller coaster?"
Yeah.
It's a big deal to sell a roller coaster.
It's a very, very big deal.
I think it takes something like $10 million to like take it down, ship it somewhere, and put it back up.
Yeah.
But let's look this up.
It ain't the carnival, I'll tell you that.
Let's see, how much is a brand new roller coaster? Let's look that up. How much is a new roller coaster? How much does the average roller coaster cost? You want to guess?
$3.6 million.
An average roller coaster costs from $1 to $2 million minimum, but some of the newest attractions in the world cost $20 million. It has to
So
do
technically I was right.
You were right. That's much cheaper. You can get a roller coaster for
$1 million.
Bro.
You're going to have one in your backyard, aren't you?
Is it Misty and Ike Land, Misty and Ike Park, or Misty and Ike's Big Adventure?
Misty and Ike's Big Adventure.
Wait, you don't like roller coasters, but you'll own a theme park with me, right?
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, I love going to amusement parks. Like I like going. I just don't want to ride the roller coaster.
I just have like
it's kind of like me at a bar. I'll go. I just don't want to get drunk.
I have a whole new focus on life. It is
a new goal?
It's my destiny to own a theme park so that I can ride the rides for free every day.
Okay, so here's the thing. You cannot open up Action Park. It has to be safe. The one thing that like blew my mind when I was watching this, the one thing that like stood out more than anything, that thing that you looked at, the loop-de-loop, when they did like the test with the test dummies, the crash test dummies, it cut their heads off, and they still opened it.
How did they cut their heads off in the loop-de-loop? It's closed.
Because it didn't work right, and there was an accident. Like the crash test dummies were dismembered, like decapitated.
I want to see that footage.
Watch the documentary.
I have. I probably fell asleep for that part. Do you want to know what the odds of dying in a roller coaster accident are?
I would love to know.
Do you want to guess?
1 in 20 million.
Way, way more.
1 in 200 million.
3.5 times that.
1 in
1 in 750 million.
Yeah, I was going to say you don't hear about it often anymore.
Fortunately, roller coaster accidents are relatively rare, according to the International Association of Amusement Parks and Attractions. I don't trust it coming from them.
Coming from who?
The International Association of Amusement Parks and Attractions.
Well, I mean, they still have regulations that they have to abide by, and they need to make sure that all those places are falling in line. Otherwise, they lose their livelihood too.
But if anybody's going to lie about it, it's going to be the International Association of Amusement Parks and Attractions.
I mean, really? You think that they're going to lie that much?
Yeah.
You think they're corrupt?
Uh-huh.
Like, are we talking like...
Whoa.
Dark internet corrupt?
I got specific stats of how many deaths per park.
I don't think I want to know that.
Let's just say that Disneyland is leading the charge.
Well, because they're the biggest and they're the most guests. So you have to also comparatively...
This is all time. This is all time. Okay, I thought it was per year. Okay. That makes me feel better. Whoa. Cedar Parks.
Where's that?
I think it's in Ohio.
Okay.
They have a yellow number. Oh, that's the injured number. Wow. Okay, check this out. The Cedar Fair Parks has the highest number of injuries and the lowest amount of deaths.
Okay.
So over the course
you get
of its
injured a lot, but you don't die from your injuries.
Yeah,
sometimes it's better to die than to live injured forever.
Disneyland and Disney World Resorts has 61 injuries and 24 deaths. You know what?
So when you get in an accident there, you're going to die.
You know what happens at Disneyland if you die? They take you to the underground tunnels.
I almost want to like half die just to get down there so that you can see like all the weird underground shit. You know that there's a whole like underground like story of all of the like employees and like weird shit happening down there and
that's
like
above
furry
ground
sex and
100%. There's some weird stuff that goes on down there.
Do you know that they also like do paint touch-ups every single night at Disneyland to make sure that it looks brand new every day?
I didn't know that, but I like that.
It's for real cool.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite like weird facts that I've ever learned.
It's something when I go to an establishment and I see that it needs touch-up paint, I'm like, this place is not being very well run.
Right. But every single night they go out and touch things up so that every day it looks brand new.
Did you know that they built most of Disneyland over here in Burbank and shipped it down on trucks? And then in the documentary that's on Disney Plus right now, they come up, I can't tell you where that road is, but they pass some familiar buildings that we're currently in right now.
Oh.
In the documentary.
That's cool. What's it called?
The documentary is it's like Walt's plan to play for Disney. I don't know. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up. Walt Disney doc.
I'm writing it down because I would like to watch that and watch them drive by our building.
It's called Building Walt Disney World.
Building Walt Disney World.
Oh no, Disneyland Resort.
Oh my God!
Hey, give me a break. Oh, sorry, that's the teacups. Disneyland Resort behind the scenes. Disney
Resort behind the scenes?
Nope, that's not it either. Give me a minute.
There's so much happening. This is not the happiest place on earth.
Disney's new documentary shows how the most creative. What's it called? Give me a second. Just go on Disney Plus and Google Walt Disney, and it'll come up.
I don't have Disney Plus because there's not really anything on Disney.
I'll give you my login. It's great. It's 4 hours long.
Is it called The Imagineering Story?
No, that's a whole nother ball of wax.
Okay.
All right, we're leaving them hanging on this one. Walt Disney built a cool park in Anaheim, guys. Check it out. Maybe you've heard of it.
Maybe you've heard of it. It's just a small place, no big.
It's a small world
I also
after all.
would recommend, since we just somehow kind of dived into dived.
Okay.
I'm gonna say dived.
Tomato.
Exactly. There's a movie about Mary Poppins and Walt Disney saving Mr. Banks.
Yes.
I highly recommend anybody to also watch that movie as well. Because it gave me a very, very different viewpoint of a lot of things Disney related after that.
Yep.
I found it was super, super interesting. Even though it was a quote unquote fiction movie, it's also based on
a true story.
It is.
We have a whole episode about that.
We do. Anyways, so yeah. Amusement parks. Since
it's Tuesday, episode 112.
Yeah.
112.
Yeah.
It's an R&B band. We'll see you tomorrow.
We will see you tomorrow.